whenever the primary oocyte divide unequally, the smaller cell is called first polar body. Welcome back, guys. My name is Emmanuel Zilaba, and in today's video I will be discussing something very important called oogenesis. Oogenesis is egg production. The last time we discussed in our previous video called spermatogenesis, which is a special type of meiosis that occurs in male. So today we will be looking at meiosis in female. That's oogenesis. So oogenesis starts in female when they are still in a mother womb. When you are a fetus in your mother womb, you begin the process of oogenesis, begin the process of egg production. Where does the whole thing start? It starts from the ovary. Female usually have two ovaries, and the ovary is referred to as a gonad because it is the one that produces your sex cell, which is your egg. So how do you produce egg that comes in your tube every month as a female? You have a stem cell called primordial germ cell. It has 46 chromosomes. It's a diploid stem cell. Because you remember now, you were told that each of the cells in your body has 46 chromosomes. 23 maternal and 23 paternal. That means you inherited 23 from your mother and 23 from your father. That's why I gave you 46 chromosomes. So this primordial germ cell, during the process of development, when you're still in your mother womb as a fetus, the primordial germ cell start undergoing mitosis. And in mitosis, you take one cell and divide it into two daughter cells and still maintain the same number of chromosomes, that is 46. So when this guy undergo mitosis, it produces a lot of oogonium. So you take a primordial germ cell and divide it, it gives you a series of oogonium. Now, we're just using one of the oogonium because we're following the process of oogenesis. There are so many oogonium that will be produced in this particular cell, but we're representing it by a single oogonium. This oogonium, some of them will degenerate, while some will enlarge, they will get bigger. Those that will get bigger will produce something called primary oocyte. The primary oocyte also have 46 chromosomes. That means at this stage, meiosis have not yet started. This guy we call primary oocyte is the one you are actually born with. When a female is born, when a girl is born, she's born with over 2 million primary oocytes. You are not born with oogonium because all that thing happened when you are still in your mother womb. So when you are born with 2 million primary oocytes. This primary oocyte will undergo meiosis 1. And at the end of meiosis 1, the purpose of meiosis is to reduce the chromosome number from diploid to haploid. Haploid means you have one set of a chromosome, not two sets. You will have 46 now. We want to divide. One of the cells should carry 23, the other one carry 23. That's haploid, half the number of chromosomes. So this primary oocyte will undergo meiosis 1 to produce two daughter cells. Whenever the cell divide, the cytoplasm, which is this entire space you see here, the cytoplasm can divide unequally. One of the cells will carry majority of the cytoplasm, which will become very big, and the other one will carry lesser cytoplasm and will appear small. When that happens, whenever the primary oocyte divide unequally, the smaller cell is called first polar body. It is a polar body, but we call it first polar body because it's a result of meiosis 1. First polar body. So at the end of meiosis 1, you produce two daughter cells. The one that is bigger, that carries majority of the cytoplasm, is called the secondary oocyte. And the smaller one is called first polar body. It's very small. Now, these two daughter cells, the secondary oocyte and the first polar body, sometimes the first polar body cannot divide, it can just degenerate. But in some cases, the first polar body can divide into two daughter cells, and we'll call that second polar body. That is ongoing meiosis 2 to produce two daughter cells. Now I know you're seeing 23, 23, 23, you're seeing 23, 23, 23. Let me explain that to you. After meiosis 1, you produce two daughter cells that have 23 chromosomes. But the thing is, the 23 chromosome you have, or it is double-stranded. Each of the chromosomes is double-stranded. It appears like this. This is a single chromosome, but it has two sister chromatids. You can know chromosome by the number of centromere. This particular chromosome have one centromere, and this is just telomere. It can also be a chromosome. So this is a chromosome and this is a chromosome. This one is double-stranded, while this one is single-stranded. But both of them, they are chromosomes. This is one chromosome and this is also one chromosome. It just that this one is double-stranded, but it also have one centromere. This one also have one centromere. They are all single chromosome, but the difference is that this one is double-stranded while this one is single-stranded. So in meiosis 1, at the end of meiosis 1, you produce haplog. But the haplog, the chromosome number that there is that they are double-stranded chromosome. Since they are double-stranded chromosome, at the end of meiosis 2, the double-stranded chromosome is separate. And whenever you separate this one chromosome, there are two sister chromatids. One sister chromatid, one sister chromatids. These sister chromatids, whenever they separate, then they form two chromosomes. Whenever you separate this one chromosome, there are two sister chromatids. Whenever you separate them, you upgrade them into a chromosome. So, but at the end of meiosis 1, they were together like this. That was one chromosome. So we still have 23 haplog, but they were just double-stranded. But since we separated them like this now, you still have 23, 23, 23, 23. So at the end of meiosis 2, you produce two daughter cells for this first polar body, and we call it second polar body. The next meiosis 2, in the second oocyte that occur, there's one cell whenever it divides, it will also divide unequally. So the secondary oocyte can also divide unequally to produce two daughter cells. The one with large cytoplasm will be called a mature oocyte, or you call it the ovum, which is your egg that you produce. And you release it, you ovulate directly into your fallopian tube. The second one, which is smaller in size, will also be called the second polar body. So at the end of oogenesis in female, you produce three polar body. 1, 2, 3. And you produce a mature oocyte. It is this oocyte or the ovum that we refer to as egg that will be released in your fallopian tube every month. This is the entire process of spermatogenesis. In the next video, causing fertilization.